Hi ladies, happy Friday. All right, can we talk 7 weight loss myths? There are a ton of myths out there about when to eat, what to eat, is this supplement good? How do I lose weight? How do I manage weight? It has been going on certainly since I've been alive. And I know it can be really confusing. These myths came about because, generally speaking, they were told to us by fitness experts. My purpose here today isn't to confuse you and add more to your plate, no pun intended. My purpose is to streamline your thinking, give you a solid rudder to really simplify your life and focus less on weight and weight loss and weight management and what to eat, what not to eat, and really more just on living.
There is only one of you, only one of me.
Will you please share below which of these myths was most surprising to you? Breakfast kickstarts your metabolism. How many times have you heard that? Millions of times. Okay, the truth of the matter is that breakfast is not going to jumpstart your metabolism. In fact, numerous studies on the relationship between breakfast and metabolism actually found no difference in the number of calories burned over a 24-hour period between those who ate breakfast and those who skipped breakfast. While some people have tended to think that skipping breakfast means you'll just eat less calories throughout the day, what the studies showed is that those who skipped breakfast actually ended up having a bit larger of a lunch and dinner. Even so, they found that eating breakfast or not eating breakfast had no discernible effect on weight loss or weight gain. What I do, I keep it really simple, y'all. If I'm hungry, I eat. If I'm not hungry in the morning, I don't. The one thing that I do always do, and this isn't a weight management thing, I always have my green smoothie. You guys know that I love my green smoothie, but that is more about flooding my body with healthy nutrients. And I know that it is complete skin food. It makes your skin healthy and glow. Other than that, if I'm hungry, I eat. If I'm not, I don't. Eating small meals throughout the day boosts your metabolism. Remember when every fitness and weight loss expert used to say, have 5 small meals throughout the day. Your body's like a furnace. It needs to be constantly fed so that it'll burn. Well, okay, it sounds logical, but there's just not any evidence to support that claim. As a matter of fact, a study done in 1920 from the Dietary Advisory Committee found no correlation between eating 5 to 6 small meals a day or eating 3 large meals. Seriously, I used to date a bodybuilder, like obviously way back before I met Oliver. He would get up 2 to 3 times a night to eat a small meal. That did not last very long. So annoying. Certain foods fire up your metabolism. Well, kind of. You've probably seen all of the hyped up commercials on this food and these supplements to fire up your metabolism, burn fat. You guys, do you know how many times a week I am inundated from supplement companies asking me to endorse their product or promote their product? Answer, hard no. Why? Because I don't believe supplements are going to help you lose weight. I think it's bullshit, and I'm not bringing you anything that I think is bullshit. This is for us to learn and engage with each other, not to tell you crap that's not true. While there is some validity to certain foods that can semi-burst your metabolism and maybe a supplement or two, studies show that even in foods and supplements where there is that slight metabolism boost, it's either negligibly small or non-conclusive. So look, if the bottom line is that we're taking these supplements or eating these foods because we want to maintain our weight or lose weight, the proof is in the pudding. And if it's really not doing anything to help me hit my goals, I'm not gonna waste my money on it. Okay, y'all, time for 3 shout outs. I'd like to give a shout out to Miss E. Scott, Miss Eliana 24, and Miss Teddy's son. Ladies, thank you for being a part of our No Judge You Guys community. And if you would like a shout out, subscribe to my channel, comment below. We are just a community of women who like to learn, share, engage, and comment in a no judge you guys community. New videos every Tuesday and Friday on all things style, wellness, beauty, and travel. I would love for you to be a part of our community. Fat makes you fat. No, your body needs good, my hair's weird today. Your body needs good fat in order to function properly. But we are talking whole food good fats like nuts, seeds, avocado, olive oils, those types of good fat. We're not talking the fats in junk food. We're not even talking the fats in what I call healthy junk food, like those Kind bars. That is just junk food. Do not eat those. Protein bars is just processed food. That's all it is, wrapped up in a nice pretty little bow and telling you that it's healthy. The good news is that good fat fats actually help us to feel fuller for longer and ergo naturally help to curb our appetite. Listen, you guys, I used to freak out if anybody slipped like a slice of avocado in my sandwich. Oh my God. When we know better, we do better. So although now I'm certainly mindful not to mow through a whole bag of raw cashews, which I love, I don't think twice about grabbing a handful of nuts as a snack. I love avocado chopped up with cherry tomatoes, little salt and pepper, a little balsamic vinegar. The key is to eat as close to the source as possible. That means good, whole foods, and either eliminate or greatly limit the number of processed foods in your cabinet that you eat. A calorie is a calorie. No, my friend, a calorie is not a calorie. A calorie is a measurement of energy, and although all calories have the same energy content, it doesn't mean that all calorie sources have the same effect on your weight. Let me give you a very simple example. Over the course of the next month, if I ate 1,800 calories a day of protein, and then the next month I ate 1,800 calories a day of sugar or carb calories, and then you did a split screen, my body would look vastly different. When you're consuming mostly good lean protein, healthy fats, very few starchy carbs, don't you look and feel better? If you took those same number of calories and ate Twizzlers every day, your body isn't going to have that same leaner, more toned look to it. I limit my starchy carbs to no more than 2 servings a day. And yes, that even means good for you starchy carbs like a quinoa or a farro. I just keep them in moderation because if I eat too many starchy carbs, I get heavier than what I need to be. Finally, I greatly limit my added sugar. The American Heart Association recommends for women no more than 24 grams of sugar a day. You can find the grams on the back of any package that you're looking at. The way that I personally keep my weight where I want it to be is by eating whole foods, limiting my daily starchy carbs, and greatly limiting any added sugar to my diet. I can work it off tomorrow. No, not so much. You cannot work off a bad diet. Let me say that again. You cannot work off a bad diet. If you've ever wondered why you see the same people in the gym every day and they look like they're working out really hard, but they always seem to have the extra weight on them, it's more than likely their diet. Let me be really clear. I am not talking in this video about anybody that has a legit medical issue. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about general guidelines. There are not enough burpees in the world. There are not enough hours in the day for you to run off a bad diet. Hard stop. Losing weight, maintaining a weight. I would say it's about 70 to 80% is your diet, what you're putting into your body. I have stopped looking at exercise as a way to lose and maintain weight. Here's how I see it now. I see cardio and a good sweat more as a way for me to feel good. It kicks up my endorphins. I feel positive. I feel optimistic. And then it makes me more inclined to eat really healthy throughout the day. I don't look at it as a way to lose or maintain weight training. I see that merely as a way to sculpt, tone, and define my body. Yes, lean muscle mass will burn more of the calories that you ingest, but not enough to burn off a pizza that you ate the other night. Don't eat after 6 p.m. This is not your fault. We were all told this by a lot of the fitness experts and professionals. So that's why these myths came about. It wasn't from us, right? The thought behind it sounds reasonable, meaning when we're asleep, we're laying flat on our back, we're resting, we're not doing anything. So it stands to reason that we wouldn't burn many calories at that time, so that anything that we ate later is just sitting there making us fat. No. As a matter of fact, our metabolism does not slow to a crawl when we sleep. Our bodies are still active at night, keeping us functional and healthy through processes like breathing and maintaining our heartbeat. Not only that, but some studies have shown that metabolism actually increases slightly during the night. In short, eating dinner late, eating late snacks doesn't automatically equate to weight gain. Instead, look more at what you're eating, not when you're eating. If your late night dinner and snack consists of Chinese takeout and a bag of Cheetos, the weight gain isn't because you're eating late at night. Okay, y'all, those were 7 weight loss myths debunked. It sounds like I have a list. If you have any questions or comments, this is a safe space for all of us to share and be supportive of one another. So please just ask below. And until a couple of days from now, I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
We can cry when it's over.